So we got the whole crew out here today. We're going all hands on deck, and mission is the same, and I think we've got a pretty straightforward day, so I'm not anticipating many problems. It should be really easy to overcome anything that we do hit, but today's plan is just to continue laying some pipe, getting this irrigation system in, sans sprinklers. So Alexander and Seth are over here burying one zone. You can see we got our funny pipe stubbed up with tape on the ends so we don't get any dirt in there, but this is the far side of the project. They're gonna keep working towards Mark, who has been working out of the manifold, or this trench is gonna have 7 different pipes in it at least at some point. This is our main biggest manifold. Corey's working on the biggest challenge of the day. We've got this like 8-inch, 10-inch thick concrete wall that they had poured, which cool, looks great. They're gonna do some stone veneer on it. The problem is we have to get a 1-inch poly source line through the wall. We tried to dig under, but as you can see, we just pumped that puddle out with our pump. We pumped this one out. You can see there's just so much groundwater here. It's essentially just pouring out of the hillside. So we're probably gonna have to do some drainage, but we're trying to finish our irrigation, which means that we have to punch through this pretty thick wall. Here's a concrete bit for comparison. So Corey's got his chair here. One of the few times that I'm gonna allow him to sit on the job. Just kidding, I'm not that kind of boss. But you can see he started to drill a hole through there. We're essentially punching through here so we can run out to our manifold out there in the woods with our signal wire and our pipe, and probably some lighting wire as well. So that's our biggest challenge of the day. (12:42). We started work this morning probably about 8:30, 8:45-ish when we got out to the island. Whoa! Not quite all the way through yet, huh, Corey?
Not quite.
Not quite. So you can see the amount of bits and bobs Corey has been using to get through here. We now busted out the roto hammer. I'm trying to at least punch a hole all the way through with a bit so that we can use the hole saws to come through the other side. Hopefully you get that busted through soon, and we'll run some poly. Mark has been working on all of our manifold boxes and irrigation on this bed. Looking pretty good. He's doing some lateral lines for our blue zone in here. Excellent, Mark. Good work. He also got this plumbed up for a white zone out front, and then also the 2 that run underneath the driveway. Alexander's been over here working hard trenching for our island bed. Looking pretty good. He looks like he's getting pretty close. Just a little deeper in some of them, and just cleaning them up, but we're looking pretty good there. Just a couple more laterals to dig, and hopefully we'll start laying some pipe this afternoon. Yeah?
I got punched in the eye.
He got punched in the eye. Just kidding. He's allergic to dogs or something. Taken down by a dog hair. Could you imagine? He's working hard despite being blind in one eye. And let's go check on Seth here. Seth arguably has the hardest job today. I know I said that Corey had the hardest, but in reality I think it might be Seth. We have to get our poly line from all the way in that back corner behind Corey of the garage through the wall and then through the woods to our manifold box right there. But in order to get through the woods, Seth, what have you been having to deal with?
Well, just digging through a lot of roots, basically.
I mean, just look at that.
Yeah.
Would you just look at it?
And let's just pretend I dug all that. Right?
Yes, he dug all of this today by hand with a trowel and a children's beach shovel and a small pail that a child would use to build a sand castle. He's a jobs guy and he gets jobs done, and that's why we put him in the woods here. But for real, you can see how much he's had to. We were able to get the trencher in here part way. He's had to bust through all of these roots by hand, and he's just crushing the job. So he's almost to our trench over there, and then I've been out here just digging some trenches for our last 4 zones out this way. So once Seth finishes this, he's gonna come help me do that, but working hard today. right, ladies and gentlemen, there has been a development in the quest for a hole in the wall. It's not the prettiest, but we have exited the other side. Nice hole there. Good job, Corey. Thank you. So now that we have this hole in the wall, we can run our poly pipe through, which is bueno.